Rose Bowl swap meet. 4 in the morning, they open at 5. We're gonna do some hunting at the Rose Bowl Flea Market. It's freezing. It's a little under 50 degrees. It's a little chilly. Oh, we're here. There's still sellers that are coming in. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's cold. Yeah, they're still setting up. It's freezing. It's not as cold as it was the first time I came here, but it's still cold. My dad's got his headlamp. Came with my pops, by the way. I know there's like vintage clothing sellers around here. It's a little before 5.
All right, guys, so I didn't really film much at Kobe Swap Meet. First off, we got there at a little before 5. I think we got there like at 4 o'clock. It was freezing, okay? By the time the swap meet opened, there was really no light. And my hands were frozen. I had gloves. And we just pretty much ran through a bunch of the booths. It got pretty hectic there. So I wasn't able to film. But I did find some cool stuff there. Okay, now I've been to the Rose Bowl swap meet before. This is my second time. It's held once a month. I think the second Sunday of every month. It's in Pasadena, but it's a very, very cool flea market. If you guys ever decide to go there, but if you go early, like we went to the vintage clothing. I found several comic book shirts. I didn't get any vintage shirts. They were really expensive. Saw a lot of band shirts too. So many really, really cool 90s rock shirts and early 2000 rock shirts. So there's a lot of that stuff right there in just vintage clothing, plus a lot of cool vintage toys altogether. So let me show you guys what I did pick up, because I did pick up a Grail. I picked up an item that goes with another item that I just picked up at a book off recently, which is another rare item, but I did not think I'd ever find this particular item. I've been looking for this item for almost 10 years. And at one point, I think it was close to $1,000. The price did go down, but I still got this piece for a really good price. So first off, let me show you guys what I got. A certain seller was selling an X-Men 92 board game. It's fully complete. It's only missing the comic. And this is the 1992 X-Men based off of the Uncanny X-Men. So it's the adventure game. And I think this is a really cool piece. You can see all the pieces that are here. I guess I can open it. I don't know if everything is going to fall out if I open it, but the box on this is so freaking sick. So we'll open this up, and then I'll show you guys the board game itself. So there's that right here. Then it comes with all the instructions. There's the instructions, little inserts and whatnot. Here are the Pro Stat cards, so it comes with all that, and then a bunch of other little pieces, some cards. Itself. I've never played this game before. I never owned this as a kid, and then it has the little case here with all of the characters. I'll try to show you that without dropping them, but it's got every single character on there, which is pretty sick. Oh, there's a Gambit in there. I had no idea there was a Gambit. Let me see if I can pull this bad boy out. Yeah, I had no idea there was a Gambit in this. So, cool. Pretty cool freaking set. Look at that. So I got the board game. Again, I've eyed this set for quite a while, and it was just sitting there. The guy wanted 25, and I was looking at it, and he was just like, oh, let's just do 20. And I'm like, sold. Had to do it. So that is one item. I got some VHSs. You guys know I'm for the most part, I'm a collector of VHSs. And I got these for pretty much like $2 to $3 a piece. None of them are sealed. So I don't own this one on VHS, at least not anymore. Here is the Batman Returns, and this is a pretty clean box. Empire Strikes Back. This one was marked at 5, but because I purchased several from this lady, she marked them down. So look at this cover. This is such a great cover. I love this cover. So I had to get it. One of my favorite fantasy movies by Ridley Scott. I just got the Laserdisc on this. Just got a rare statue on this last year. That is Legend. Tom Cruise, Tim Curry, Lord of Darkness. Really cool piece. To go with my Batman animated series, I got another VHS here, and this one has Robin on the cover. I believe this is a Pizza Hut exclusive. the X-Men's Creator Choice, Enter the Sentinels. And then this one, I don't really care for the movie, but I just had to get it on VHS. RoboCop 3. This is another one that I need to get 1 and 2 on. So that's my VHS hauls. Now, we'll start with another seller. This was actually the last seller that I picked up from. And I'm trying to see, I actually think I might be missing a piece here. Okay, I got the piece. So I went to this is the last seller I actually purchased from, and he had a Hall of Justice, DC Superpowers Kenner. Now, it's only the front. It's like missing the entire play set, but the guy sold it to me for $8. He said if I wanted it for $8, I couldn't pass on it. You don't normally see a Hall of Justice, to be honest with you, and I think it'd be a pretty cool display piece to display with. I do own some of the Superpowers figures, and not only that, this will go great with a McFarlane Superpowers figure, so I did get that bad boy right there. Also from that same seller. Now, I totally forgot, or maybe I didn't even know. I didn't know Hasbro had this license for a little bit, and that is the Batman. It's basically the New Adventures. The box is pretty mangled, but this is the Batcave, and Hasbro had the licensing for a little bit. It's pretty much just a re-release of the Batcave, just repainted differently, but it's fully complete, fully complete. You got all the accessories here, and then I believe I had no idea this came with an Alfred. There is an Alfred in there, if you can even see that from the animated series. So this was a really cool little find. Let me go ahead and take out Alfred because he's in a plastic bag himself. Check that out. Came with an Alfred figure. So fully complete. Let me see if I can pull this bad boy out just so you guys can see it. But the box is kind of mangled, so it's going to be a little difficult to try to do this. Here it is. This is the Batcave here. Check that out. So they've re-released this one several times, but I think it's just really cool to have, especially different versions of the Batcave and little railing. But I do have the, on the cover of this, there's a gray Batmobile. I do own that, but I did not know that Hasbro had the licensing for this. Did you guys know this? Did you guys know Hasbro did this? So that's from the same seller that I got this from. Now, the last two pieces it was actually my first purchases of the day, and the same seller is where I got my Grail piece. So first item that I got from him, I managed to bring down the price on this to $50. This is the Kenner Batman Forever Batwing. It's not sealed, but the guy opened it, everything's intact. It's still inside of the cardboard. So, and it's got the stickers, the instructions. I don't think it has the Kenner, the little booklet. I think it's just missing that. But $50, and the box is it's not bad. It's a little minty. It's got some creases on it, but this is a really cool piece. I don't think you can really find one for $50 though. Not in box like that. I mean, again, it is an opener though. Also, the last piece. This is the Grail piece right here, guys. So you guys know, if you guys watch my toy hunt videos, I recently found a Medicom Spawn figure, right? I recently found one of these, and I never thought I would see one of these, let alone own one. And I got this at Book Off, and I was just talking to my buddy T3 about it. I was like, you know, the thing is rare, had to get it. I was like, what if I ever run into the 1/6 scale? I was like, that's probably a piece I won't be able to find. I don't think I've ever seen this. Maybe once when I started collecting back in 2010. When I started, collecting again back in like 2010. And this seller where I got the Batwing from had it right here. Now, he had it at $250, right? I said, what's your best price? He brought it down to $200. My dad was with me when we went to the swap meet. My dad's like, oh, what about $180? And he was like, $190. So I was like examining it. I mean, first off, look at the box on this. It's a really large box. I think this is like the first 1-inch scale posable action figure that McFarlane's ever done. And let's see. This is not by, I keep on thinking this is from Medicom. This is not by Medicom. This is by, what is the company that makes this? It is Oh, it is Medicom. I don't know what I don't know, for whatever reason I was thinking of Beast Kingdom. This is Medicom. So it does come with the hamburger head here. So anyways, I started inspecting it because I was gonna jump on it for 190. Look at this, guys. Check that out. There is an interchangeable head sculpt that goes with it. But so, you know, I'm inspecting it. I'm like, oh, there's no, because he said it was sealed. And I was like, oh, there's no tape on here, so it's not sealed. And then I opened it up and I'm looking at it, and there's a little bit of residue coming off of the collar on the cape, the pieces that go up from his collar. And then he was like, oh, okay, 150. So I had to jump on it. So the fact that I found the 1/6 scale Medicom Spawn, you guys know I'm a huge Spawn fan, huge McFarlane fan. Got this, got the vinyl figure right over here, is like, see right there, is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. This is somewhat of a grail piece for me for Spawn, because when like I said, when I got back into collecting and I was buying Spawn figures, this is one that I've really wanted for years. And then now, like, it's like I always say, guys, patience is key when collecting. So let me see if I can actually pull this bad boy out, and we'll take a close look at him, because I've never opened one of these up, never owned one of these. I don't know how delicate this thing actually is. So yeah, this has clearly been opened, but he tried telling me that it's sealed. Wow. Oh yeah, yeah, you can see, I actually think the chipping that's on here is just the cape itself, like the fabric. You can kind of see it right there, but here he is. But you can, I don't know if the camera, if you can see it, you might have to zoom in. But it is chipping like the cape. It's like some of the paint, I guess, is rubbing off. This looks great though. This looks really cool. I am going to be displaying him. This is like a rubber, like almost like a rubber suit. But look at that. That is definitely a grail piece. And again, it comes with the hamburger head. But you can see some of the residue is going off on the, I don't know how these things aged, to be honest with you. Does anybody own this? Does anybody know? Does yours, it's flaking is what the cape's doing. The cape is flaking. So if anybody owns this, let me know in the comments down below. But that is my haul, guys. Unfortunately, I didn't get to film there a whole lot. Barely did. My hands were frozen. It was freezing. It was hectic. But let me know in the comments down below, like, what do you guys think about my haul? I think this is a great haul, especially for paying under $300 for everything. I think this is pretty awesome. If you guys have been to the Kobe Swamp, or not the Kobe Swamp Meet, the Rose Bowl Swamp Meet, Flea Market, let me know what you guys have picked up. Let me know what your score, what your biggest score has been at a flea market or a vintage store. Comment down below. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody for the support. We'll see you soon. Later.